Take a moment and imagine yourself 6 months from now if nothing in your life changes. Still in the same situation, with the same problems, same frustrations, the same unfulfilled potential. It's a pretty uncomfortable thought, right? That discomfort you're feeling right now is your subconscious recognizing that your comfort zone is actually a danger zone. Consider this. What if the limitations you've accepted as truth are simply illusions? Challenge these beliefs for just 10 minutes, and you'll gain a fresh perspective on what's possible for your life. Hey everyone, Jay here with Life Next Level. In today's video, I'm sharing 4 science-backed techniques to break free from those invisible chains, giving you a clear 7-day action plan to unlock your hidden abilities. And hey, before I forget, I've got a lot of great content already out there and some really cool things coming up. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep yourself growing, overcoming those obstacles, and starting to live that life that you've always longed for. All right, let's get into why your comfort zone is slowly killing you and how you can start to overcome it today. But first, I want to talk about the comfort zone trap. What if I told you that the place you feel the safest is actually your biggest enemy? Your comfort zone isn't just holding you back, it's actively working against you. Think about it for a bit. We create mental safe spaces where we avoid challenges and stick to what we know. This feeling of safety is actually completely an illusion, and that is costing you dearly. I saw this with a client, a marketing professional, who became so accustomed to her daily routines that speaking up in meetings triggered physical panic symptoms. Her comfort zone had transformed from protection to a literal prison. This phenomenon, comfort zone dependence, affects more people than you might realize, and you might know exactly what I'm talking about. It affects me in certain situations still too. But I try to take them and grow from those experiences. A lot of people don't even realize what's happening. But the fact is your brain has a built-in preference for comfort that it served our ancestors well, right? Thousands of years ago, conserving energy and avoiding risks meant survival in a world of saber-toothed tigers and other predators. And today, this same mechanism sabotages your potential on the daily. When you consistently choose the path of least resistance, your brain creates very strong neural pathways. Imagine walking the same path through a field every single day. Eventually, that path becomes so well-worn that stepping off of it feels unnaturally difficult. That's exactly what happens in your brain when you stay comfortable too long. The truly fascinating part is what's happening beneath the surface. Your amygdala, which is the ancient part of your brain that's responsible for detecting threats, cannot distinguish between genuine danger and simply trying something new. When you attempt to step out of your comfort zone boundaries or your comfort boundaries, this fear center sounds the alarm, floods your body with stress hormones, and that makes you anxious and eager to retreat. This creates a destructive feedback loop. The longer you stay within comfortable routines, the more your brain interprets any deviation, even the slightest deviation, as a potential threat. Each retreat to safety reinforces this pattern, making your next attempt even more difficult. It's a neurological trap that strengthens with time. And that is not our friend, my friends. As comfort becomes your brain's default state, your brain's remarkable ability to form new connections, its neuroplasticity, which is amazing, but when you keep going through this feedback loop, it gradually diminishes. It becomes harder and harder. Think of your brain like a garden. Without regular tending and new growth, pathways become overgrown with weeds, while unused areas wither. Without regular challenges, your brain's ability to adapt, learn, and grow declines significantly. This declining neuroplasticity explains why people often feel stuck. If you felt that, do you feel that now? Get to that stuck feeling and I know something's got to change. And like anytime I get there, anytime I start to feel that, I wake up with anxiety and I feel stuck, feel like I'm trapped. I know something's got to change. It's a genuine neurological condition. Your brain becomes literally less capable of adapting to new circumstances or learning new skills. And in a world that's changing faster than ever, as you well know, this reduced adaptability becomes potentially devastating for your future. The most insidious part? You typically don't notice this happening until it's deeply established. Caught suddenly, or they suddenly face an unavoidable challenge, a job loss, a health crisis, a relationship breakdown, and discover that they lack the mental flexibility to adapt effectively because they've been stuck for so long. I witnessed this with another client who spent 15 years in the same position. When his company restructured and he needed to learn new systems and new ways of doing things and was put in basically a new position to keep his job, anxiety nearly drove him to quit. Not only to quit, just to not show up. He couldn't handle it. It wasn't that he couldn't learn, but his brain had forgotten how to embrace unfamiliar territory without triggering all those alarm bells. Your comfort zone may feel safe, guys, but the safety is only temporary. The real danger lies in what this apparent security costs you. Flexibility, growth potential, and ultimately, your ability to navigate life's inevitable changes. Now, let's shift focus to discuss breaking free your hero's toolkit. That story about my client is not unusual. It's not unusual at all. Not only have I seen it with a client, I saw it where I used to work. When we would get acquired by a company and things changed, people panic, especially the people that had been in a very secure role and didn't have to grow for so long. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to me either. So that's why I'm down this personal growth journey. But it's literally happening to millions of people who don't even realize they're trapped yet. Here's the interesting part, though. Your brain did not permanently lose its ability to adapt and grow. It just needs the right activation sequence to wake it up again. Think of it like jump-starting a car with a battery that's gone dormant. So think about the last time that you had a great idea but talked yourself out of it. Maybe it was starting that side hustle, starting a business, asking someone out, or applying for that dream job. In that moment of self-sabotage, your potential got buried under layers of protection your brain created to keep you safe. To break free from this mental prison, you need specific tools, practical techniques backed by neuroscience that help you overcome 4 main barriers: limiting beliefs, fear responses, negative self-talk, and comfort zone attachment. These aren't just mental blocks. They trigger real physical responses in your body. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and suddenly that new opportunity feels like a threat your body wants to escape from. Get back in that comfort zone. But here's the good news. You can hack this system using 4 science-backed tools I've seen transform many lives. The first tool, one of my favorites, I have videos talking about it, but it's a simple 2-minute visualization technique that changes your brain chemistry at a fundamental level just by visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, your brain doesn't fully distinguish between imagination and reality. So during this mental rehearsal, your brain forms new neural pathways without you actually doing it. And it makes the actions feel familiar before you even attempt them, which is why visualizing multiple times or daily, just a couple minutes daily, guys, it's not that much time, can help you so much. This is not just positive thinking either, if that's where you're going. It's practical brain training. There are a bunch of studies out there, and I reference them in another video, so I'm not going to go in depth here, but there are a lot of studies out there about this visualization techniques, books about it. It is crazy. But you can obviously do longer, but for this exercise, just 2 minutes each morning. Spend 2 minutes each morning visualizing not only your desired outcome, but also the specific steps you'll take to get there. Your brain treats this as a dress rehearsal, reducing the perceived difficulty when you actually perform the task. The key is making these visualizations as detailed as possible, including sights, sounds, smells, anything, even the emotions you'll experience along the way. Even the feels. Like they did a good experiment. The good one to look up is the basketball free throw experiment with visualization versus people actually doing it. You can look that up. I do talk about it in another video, but when they visualized it, the group that just visualized and didn't actually shoot, they actually felt the ball in their hands, heard the crowd roar, heard it swish through the net, heard the crowd roar as it went in. So it's really important to just get that visualization down. Close your eyes. It's almost like a meditation technique. All right. The second tool is a reframing technique, which directly tackles your limiting beliefs. This is a cornerstone of cognitive behavioral therapy. You might have heard of it. And it challenges negative thought patterns with more balanced perspectives. Instead of thinking, I'm going to fail, you can just reframe it to, I've been going to class and I know this material well. The simple shift from I can't to how can I activates your problem-solving prefrontal cortex instead of your fear-based amygdala. It's not about positive thinking. It's about accurate thinking that stops cognitive distortions like all or nothing perspectives or emotional reasoning. Each time you catch yourself in a negative thought loop, pause and consciously redirect your thinking towards solutions. All right, the third tool is creating microhabits. Love microhabits. Tiny 1 to 2 minute actions that bypass your brain's resistance to change. These are all, they're intentionally small behaviors and they require minimal effort, but they compound over time to significant results. Maybe it's reading 1 page of a book each morning or doing 5 push-ups before your shower. What makes microhabits so effective is that they work with your brain's preference or simplicity rather than fighting against it. Consistency matters more than intensity. These small wins trigger dopamine releases that build momentum and gradually shift how you see yourself. After a few weeks of just these tiny actions on repeat, you're not just doing new things, you're already becoming a new person. And the fourth and final tool is environmental optimization. Strategically changing your physical space to support growth and discourage comfort zone behaviors. This is a powerful approach, and it recognizes that willpower alone sometimes is not enough. Your surroundings significantly influence your actions. For example, if you want to exercise in the morning, place your workout clothes right by your bed the night before. If you're trying to reduce social media use, which a lot of us have to do, me sometimes included, remove those apps from your home screen, or turn your phone on black and white, or remove them from your damn phone altogether, unless you need them for work or something. They're just a time sucker, man. So by reducing the friction for growth in any activities that you have going on and increasing friction for comfort zone behaviors, you make positive choices the path of least resistance. We all love the path of least resistance, right? So these 4 tools can work together to rewire your brain's response to challenge. The step-by-step visualization primes your neural pathways each morning. Reframing techniques interrupt negative thought spirals throughout your day. Microhabits build momentum without triggering resistance, and environmental optimization ensures your surroundings support rather than sabotage your growth. Look, I've seen people transform their lives using these techniques, not even all of them, just 1 or 2 of them, from overcoming decades of anxiety to launching a successful business after years of procrastination. The key isn't some superhuman ability, but rather understanding how to work with your brain instead of against it. Let's bring it all together. The path to transformation isn't about massive overhauls. It's about those small, daily choices that compound over time. As Bertie Allen put it, significant change doesn't require considerable effort. It requires small steps repeated daily. Look, your microhabits are catalysts for real transformation, y'all. Building momentum that bypasses resistance to change. Here's my challenge. For the next 7 days, commit to just 1 microhabit. Feel that discomfort? That's the growth we talked about at the beginning. We're going to go on an awesome journey here, y'all. Make sure to subscribe. I got some awesome stuff coming up to continue you on this journey. Take action today. And we're going to grow like never before. Appreciate you and have a great day.